Okay, so I'm going to invite you to, as always, take a nice deep breath and get into the body. In other words, you call back your energies from wherever they may be connected right now. And just for the next several minutes, we're just going to focus on the body, on the here and now, and on the breath. A couple of deep breaths, deep inhale, and as you exhale, even more relaxed. And I'm going to ask you to place your hand above your navel, both hands or one hand, like so, just above the navel, in a very relaxed way. And what we will be able to do, we're going to bring to our minds that, this little part of our body, which was the most active and important piece of us through our gestation in utero. And I'm also going to invite you to remember that this body that was built during that period came with a soul and a connection. That's what animates this body, the life force. And this part of me has the memory of being able to translate that wonderful energy from a high level where it had no form, no shape, no idea. Gradually and slowly, bit by bit, it brought in that energy and gave it structure through the DNA, pipelines of information that got embedded in the cells. This part of my body still holds the memory of how to bit by bit allow this human being to grow exactly as it was designed to be. Encased within the mother's uterus, pulling in the nourishment, both physical and spiritual, like the two ends of a connection, the earth and heaven. And creating the channels, the ability to receive, the ability to absorb, the ability to allow the growth. And as we breathe, we're going to ask this part of us to remember that. And connect all our chakras where this information has flown from the physical to the emotional, the mental, And now, as we grow even more, allowing us to grow into our spiritual realm so we can bear the fruit that the soul came here to bear. And this is beyond us. This is beyond our personal selves. But through this self, we become a part of humanity, part of the planet, and we share this beautiful gift from heaven through our very existence, through our thoughts, through our creations, and most of all, through the love that we emanate from our hearts. With a nice deep breath, as we become aware of this mostly neglected part of our body, we didn't think that there was any use for this anymore. Now that we are no longer in our mother's womb, I want you to consider the mother, the Holy Mother who holds this entire planet within her palms, from where these impulses origin. And we are not separate from her. We are not separate from any of the creation. And as we allow our intention to remember this ability we have within our body, not only to receive those impulses like packets of information, as our TVs and radios receive, this truth of us is coming from higher realms. This is why we are here, to serve a purpose, a higher purpose. And once we are able to develop, create this channel, so this growth can take place in a most harmonious and orderly way, as it did when we were in our mother's womb. So just think about that. This is not the first time we're living as a human. We've done this before. We have grown, we have lived, we have loved, and we have died with our souls more knowledgeable than it was when it came in. Now we want to be conscious. We want to be present. We will recognize the nourishment we are getting when it comes to us. And we are using it, we will use it to allow the growth of that seed which is within us. Allow the growth of our genius, our uniqueness. And being in harmony, which makes our hearts happy and exhilarated, we create the channel of service, which is our life's work. So go ahead and thank that this continues to be a part of the body. And remember, there's a vital function that happens here in joining earth and heaven as it calls upon the rest of our centers, energetic centers, to move in harmony like a dance. Deep breath. Slowly and gently close, opening